mission of AppleTree is to meet the needs of the whole child, and when we say whole child, we think of the spirit, the soul, and the body.
When I first started coming here bringing my kids, it was painful for me, but now, my 3-year-old, in the morning, he can't wait enough to get in the car to come out to AppleTree. He could have one shoe on, one sock on. That's good enough for him.
It's very, very difficult if you're a single parent and you are having to work sometimes more than one job to have a place that's supportive. And I know that when I drop her off, even though it's really hard to leave her because I want to spend time with her, I know that she's safe and I don't worry about her during the day.
Just being in TRC and seeing parents struggle with basic needs like food, clothing, a place for their children to be while they work, really placed a burden on our heart to get those basic essential elements that all children need in order to grow healthy and strong.
I can't imagine now if AppleTree wasn't here because we service so many families. We have single parent families, we have grandparents raising children, we have children that are in foster care coming, and we have your typical 2-parent families.
AppleTree is really important to TRC.
They do fill a huge gap that I see in the community. They are setting a solid foundation for the child. They're constantly pouring in love. No matter what the outside looks like, AppleTree is a safe and fun environment. I've just seen a lot of the kids really grow.
They develop their cognitive skills, their language skills, social emotional, fine gross motor, and that's all done here at AppleTree through play.
Everything that we do with the kids is educational, and we start in the baby room.
They use what the kids are doing, what the kids are passionate about, their playtime, and then they'll use the teachable moments and really make connections so that your kids are learning like reasoning skills and just growing in a way that's natural.
Young children learn 90% of what they learn in their life by the age of 5, how they see the world, a language. And so when you invest in early childhood, you invest in the most critical time of growth and development. And AppleTree is providing services in Sierra County that no one else is providing, and to the children who need it most.
The teachers know that they are here to not just make a temporary difference, but have an eternal impact.
My son actually didn't start talking to, he started coming here, and he was already 2 years old, so he's gone a long way.
They are, more outspoken. My one son was very, very shy for a while, and just the interaction that he got with his teacher, it really opened him up, and he interacts with the other kids a lot more.
The staff is very caring and giving and willing to do anything to help your children learn.
Each and every individual member that I've met that works here has a passion for the kids, has an earning not just to help them, but to see their lives change.
When somebody drops off their kids and somebody's going to treat them like they're theirs, that's a good feeling.
There's a lot more than just a daycare.
Our primary goal was high quality early childhood programming. In order to make that happen, meeting the needs of the whole child, you have to address the needs of the family. So we just keep growing and adding programs, meeting gaps in the community. So now we have a private accredited Christian school, we have a teen program, and then we even have services for young adults through age 24 for work skills and GED, credit recovery, things like that. And if you consider that we have parent classes and home visiting programs and things like that, we're really serving the whole family.
AppleTree really made an impact on our community just by showing people that you don't have to live by the status quo.
I think a lot of people that didn't have a safe place to take their children now do.
Without AppleTree, I wouldn't work, so without work, I couldn't pay my bills, so, and I get to go home at night with my kids.
One of our really important partners are our volunteers, whether those are local community members who come and volunteer, or maybe just to help in the library or read a book in the classroom, to people who commit 2 years of time through AmeriCorps or VistaCorps, and they totally give their lives to AppleTree and the families and communities that we serve.
Right now, as a volunteer, I live in the Orchard, and the Orchard is an old traveler's lodge that AppleTree was able to purchase. It's a great community filled with people who want to serve. If you come in with a skill set They really work on trying to place you. So if you want to be directly involved with the kids, you can. If you want to just volunteer short term, you can.
Coming to AppleTree has altered the fabric of my life. I have learned to pour out love. I have learned to receive love. And most importantly, I've learned that the gospel is not always in word, but sometimes it's in deed.
It is very difficult to provide all the resources that they do, and the staff is constantly searching for ways to give the kids as much as they can.
A lot of grants are dwindling, and Rebecca's fighting to keep money coming into AppleTree so we can continue to help families. If money was no limit, then we would be soaring high above the clouds.
If I were to envision this community 10 years from now, children would enter school ready. They would be current on their immunizations, they would be insured, their parents would understand their growth and development, parents would be actively engaging in choosing their children's kindergarten teacher and signing up to be a homeroom mom, and really just turn the curve on all those barriers that have plagued Sierra County for far too long, and kids become in charge of their futures.